It sounded like you wanted to say something, so...
So I feel like a lot of people think that because of what I do, I have daddy issues or mommy issues or whatever the f it is. But it's honestly, it's a self-made choice. I didn't go to my dad and be like, you know, should I do this? And he just gave me like all this advice to do it. You know, I came to them, told them, because I wanted to be honest with my parents. They have that reason, or they have that decision to make with their kid if they do something like this.
Can you make the judgment and the value-added judgment on what's bad parenting? I have children. Do you have any?
No.
Okay.
Guys, we've got a theological dumpster fire today. Andrew Wilson is debating a whole panel of 304s talking Jesus, OnlyFans, sin, and somehow the prodigal son just got dragged into the group chat. Would Jesus dine with a group of trollops who show their buttholes online for money? To find out, subscribe for daily uploads because the internet apparently needs adult supervision. This is America only.
And then, on top of it, from your parents' perspective, you turned out to go off and do OnlyFans and like show your butthole online for money. How's that great parenting? How could you come to me and say what a great parent should do is
I
this?
just think it's
You're the
funny
perfect
that
example
Christianity
of
put me in
everything
such a
that
cage.
nobody
Hold
should
on,
listen
hold
to for
on.
great
This
parenting.
Yo, before we continue, does anybody have any links? I mean, for research purposes only.
Christ a terrible parent because like so many of his sons and daughters commit sin? You said Jesus is your example for parenting. Who did Jesus dine with?
This is a hilarious
Who did he dine
argument.
with?
Of course he died for everybody.
No,
who
who
did
did he
dine
dine
like
with?
eat?
Oh, dine. I'm sorry. Go
Yes.
ahead.
Who did he dine with?
Yeah, he dined with the OnlyFans hose of the day, okay? Mary Magdalene, as we all know, was etching pictures of her butthole into stone for Stephen and the rest of the disciples and followers to, you know, beat the chaff to, I guess.
In which context? Like his apostles
in
or
Matthew,
when?
in the Gospels. Who did he dine
he would
with?
dine with everybody. He dined with sinners. He would dine with
Who
saints.
did he call
dine-
godless fools and rejected outright?
Okay, just stop.
Who?
Just get to your point.
He
You should
called.
know this.
Well, it's fine if you don't
Oh,
know
should I?
this. The
What?
people he called godless fools was Pharisees, the leaders of the religion. Whereas in
Okay.
the cases of women who were adulterers, tax collectors,
The ones he told to sin no
lepers,
more?
He told them to sin no more,
Sin
but
no
he
more.
still dined with them.
And he told them to sin no more. He
I
said, go and
agree,
sin
but
no
disowning
more.
is not the same thing as saying sin no more.
Disowning until a behavior is modified.
No.
That's behavior modification.
No, it's not.
How do you? Oh,
There's
okay.
a million.
Dude, that's what these girls are used to. Like, they think that they can continue to act up and get all drunk and be completely stupid, and as long as they say the words, I'm sorry, like, it's okay. No, we don't do that anymore. We listen to actions now, okay? So until your actions meet your words, I mean, you know, quite frankly, you can just go fuck yourself.
Million ways
He
to
didn't
not hold on
condone it.
hold
Let
on.
her finish.
There's a million ways to condone an action. How do you even reconcile the prodigal son when the father, as the son walks home, says, you've been my son the whole time? He never removed it. The son left and the father allowed him to live out the consequences of that, but the father didn't disown
first
him.
of all,
The
that's-
father didn't send him away, and when
yeah,
he came back, he threw him a massive party.
Yes, the parent.
Girl, you sound like you need a father. Give me a call, okay?
Prodigal child.
The prodigal
Well,
son.
the parable of the prodigal son. But here's the thing: when you're looking at what happened in the results of the prodigal son, the father did not go where the son was committing all these heinous acts.
We're not saying-
Stop.
We're
let
not
me
saying you
finish
should
now.
start an OnlyFans. That's what we're
Am I allowed
saying.
to get my point?
We're not saying join OnlyFans.
You're
We're
just gonna
saying you don't
spurg?
disown
You're
your
all
child.
spurging. You're all spurging. You're all spurging. Calm down. Let me finish my point. Okay. Dad didn't go where he was. Dad wasn't going and trying to pull him back. He wasn't doing any of this. He was saying, I don't endorse what it is that you're doing, what you're going after. Yes,
not
he
what he
did
said.
say that.
He never
He told
said
him
that.
it was a bad idea to leave.
That's a very big difference between
Okay,
saying
he
that
told him it was a
condoned
bad.
him
Now he
everywhere.
left anyway after breaking the fortune, and then when he came back humble with his
With
tail between
nothing.
his legs, crying his eyes out, did his father say, "You've now returned to me, the prodigal son, and now all is forgiven."
You have always Always
Yeah.
is the key word here. You've always been
They're
my
still
son.
always your kid.
Not if
but
you
that
disown
doesn't
them.
mean-
That
That doesn't mean that you
Not
have
if you
to.
disown them.
That doesn't mean you have to
difference
enable
is,
it.
in the cases that, like, did he not go with them to, like, go and slut it up with whores and blow money on crack? No, he didn't. But she's not saying, hey, Dad, come do OnlyFans with me. You should
My
start
dad
it
is
with
nowhere
me."
in my life.
Yeah, but my point, my
Yeah, we know.
point
Physically.
is that again, when he came back humble, when he came back correct, when he came back from doing the horrible things that he was doing, then Dad said, yes, welcome back in. You were always my son. Of course, I never stopped loving you. But he was not endorsing all the
At
things
no
that the
point was
kid-
he disowned,
Let me
though.
finish. He was not endorsing all the things the kid was doing. He was
I'm
not
not
going out of
asking
his
you
way
to.
to make sure that the kid had additional money to continue sinning where he was at. He wasn't doing
I'm
any
not
of
asking
that.
I'm not saying any of these things. The issue is that if Christ is the example for parenting and he loves you every single step of the way,
He's not the only example.
disowning your child is the opposite of that thing. Now, I am fine with parents getting to decide if you like don't want to like support that. They tell them explicitly. Like, I would be fine with a relationship. Like, my parents are Christian, my brother's gay. I'm fine with them regularly being
Can the
like,
Catholic
"I
Church
disagree with this."
excommunicate people?
Yes, but the Catholic Church is in no way the same thing as a
Yeah,
parent.
so if the Catholic Church excommunicates somebody, are you saying that what they're doing...
Why do they excommunicate?
Let me finish.
Hold on,
He's a
that's an
Stop,
extremely
hold,
important
stop.
question.
We're getting.
Stop.
Okay, make a final point, and I'm
Okay,
moving
I'll
on.
make it
Christ
quick.
friends with
Okay.
prostitutes.
If you make
Why we
No,
have-
they Mary Magdalene
if you make an
prostitute.
excommunication, why is it that they're not turning their back on their children?
Okay, an excommunication at an apostolic level of the Catholic Church is about godless fools. It's about
Not always.
Pharisees. That is why the Eastern Orthodox was removed. They broke up with
They
you
didn't-
because they
no, the
thought
other
that
way.
you got
It was the other way
I know
around.
you guys broke up with us after, but that's just not true.
Have you ever seen so many STDs concentrated in one area? I would love to see the results of these prostitutes' STD tests. And I love when these ladies of the night, these atheist prostitutes, have something to say about Jesus. They always have something to teach Christian men about the Bible.
The reason that they were
Wait, you're a
excommunicated.
Catholic?
I'm not a Catholic, but I'm
Yeah,
like
come on,
theologically
you're not a Catholic. Yeah.
I'm more Catholic than I am Eastern
Okay,
Orthodox.
20 seconds.
The reason
go.
that churches excommunicate is because they're violating the nature of God himself, not because they're doing a sin that they dislike. It's extremely different, and these types of sins, like blaspheming the Holy Spirit, is in no way comparable to moral sins or virtue sins.
Sorry if this is a little crass, but I would like to shoot my web over there at Spider Woman.
Which maybe OnlyFans is moral sins, or maybe it's a virtue sin. I'm not sure where it falls specifically, but acting like the church can excommunicate so parents can excommunicate their children is a bastardization of why the Catholic Church does this in the first
So
place.
let's look at this logically to what you're saying, not what the
She is
distinction,
final
point,
which
final
the
point,
distinctions
final
in the
point.
reasoning are. Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to respond. What the distinction in the reasonings are. Let's look at this from a holistic. You claimed, listen, because Jesus Christ said thing X, it's not proper for you to then say, nope, I'll walk away from this. But it is proper for the Catholic Church to do the same thing under the same circumstances. And your only claim to this is to say
It's
that they
disanalogous.
rejected
It's
that they
disanalogous.
rejected Christ. So the same thing happens
No,
exactly
sin is
here.
not rejecting Christ.
Oh,
and
it
you
can
know
be
that.
rejecting Christ.
Yes, blaspheming,
Yes.
Blaspheming the name of
blaspheming
Yes.
the Holy
Yes.
Spirit.
But here's the
is,
thing, what
but
I'm-
what the
yeah.
what the Pharisees did was
No,
bad
no,
enough.
no.
Yeah, getting a little anti-Semitic there, prostitute. Sorry, there's so many words that I can and can't say on here. But I love Andrew Wilson when he debates these 403s. Just amazing. As usual, Andrew Wilson completely dismantled all of these fatherless women. Hopefully they see the light one day. I'm praying for you, okay? You're in my thoughts and prayers, girls, and probably in other parts of my mind, but let's not go there. So if you like content like this, please like and subscribe. We are dropping videos every single day. Thank you for watching, and it's not America first or America last, but America only, ho. So I'll catch you on the next one.